So this is the 2007 Northland Trail police trailer, the first build for Bayfire Builds. It is obviously in pretty rough shape. There's a lot that needs to be done to it. You can see it's a police trailer. There's a lot of pieces that need repairing, a lot of things that need replacing, but in general, it's gonna be a pretty good project. I'm gonna do a walk around. I'm gonna show you all the things that need to be replaced, that need to be taken off, put on, updated, redone. You can see that one of the vents off here, that needs to be redone. There's a lot of front dents in the front, but there's also a lot of good things with the trailer. The hitch is in pretty good shape. This angle bracket is working fine. I'm gonna get a new coupler anyway. There's nothing mechanically wrong with it, but I'm gonna grab a new one just so that it looks nice. I'm gonna take off this spare tire rack. That's disgusting. Covered in rust, no reason to be there. This is in pretty good shape. Structurally, no problem. A little gross. Gonna put some paint on it, knock some dents out, put some flashing on it. This is actually in really good shape here. So this thing, I'm gonna open this, try to open this. So these work great. The shocks work perfectly. There's nothing wrong here with these shocks. They're in great shape. There's a bend here that's kind of demolished, but I'm gonna knock that out. There's also a dent on the roof that I didn't notice when I bought it. And this isn't really closing properly either. So this whole latch area is a bit of a mess. So I need to knock out a whole ton of dents, but that's gonna be part of the process. So around the sides, not too bad. I need to sand and paint the entire thing. This vent's in good cover, but I'm gonna replace both vents. You can see where they used an angle grinder to rip apart the police badging on it. If you look closely, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there is a police badge that was on here that was taken off. North Trail trailer, pretty good shape. Underneath is pretty rusty. It's not bad though, structurally. It's in pretty good shape. Get cleaned up a bit. I'm gonna sand it down and give it a good power wash. I think that's all it needs for the underside. Tires are great, no problem there. And this thing does not open lightly. I don't even see this. It used to be police. That's a mess though. They just grabbed an angle grinder and went to town with this. So there's a lot of glue. There's a lot of scratches. I'm gonna be sanding the hell out of it. This blue strip's coming off. These strips are staying on. I like the reflectors. And you can see there's a lot of rust underneath as well. So this rust, I'm gonna grind and paint. And then it actually came with this too. This is pretty awesome. There's a hinge here that hooks up to a ramp that comes out, but this ramp is gonna go because there's no need for it. And it's a Skidoo trailer. It makes no sense to have a ramp in the middle. I can't even use it for anything. And it's adding a ton of weight. So this is probably adding about 100 pounds of weight. It's just stamped steel. There's nothing special about it. So I'm gonna angle grind that off. The nice thing about the trailer is the lights and everything work great. I can hardly lift this. I'm gonna try lifting it with one hand. Oh, no, I can't do it. It's too heavy. We got some nice stanchions though. And I can't even close it. This area here is not bad. I'm gonna re-rivet all of this. It's aluminum, which is great. You can see there's a good flex in this. But that's all gonna be fixed. They use just Torx head screws, if you can see that, but which I am a bit surprised at. They should have used rivets, but not a huge surprise there though. I'm gonna go into this thing. I'll show you the inside of it because it is kind of cool here. Again, this latch works pretty well, but it jams up because the edge is here. It catches here. It catches there. So I'm gonna have to knock out some dents. I'm gonna get right in here. There's also a hell of a lot of, hold on. So the inside's actually not bad. You've got some mold, you've got some rust. It's not the worst. I can spray blast this stuff. I think it'll be good. Lighting works perfectly, which is great because I can do electrical, but I don't want to. You can see the vents as well. These are the vent holes. Those should have actually let the air flow a little bit better through here, but it's a Skidoo trailer, so clearly there's some problems with ventilation here, so I need to deal with that. Not huge ones. These are pretty disgusting. They're just, they obviously just threw these in here to keep the sleds in one spot. I'm gonna get new sled tie downs in here. This tire came with it. It's just an old ATV tire. I'm gonna sell that. So right around here, I'm gonna put a tread in that you can easily load a sled up onto the trailer. Pretty much idling it up on the trailer, so you don't have to slam your sled up into the trailer. You can just drive it right up, tilt it up, and you're good to go. You can see the shocks are absolutely destroyed. This is where the shock mount should have gone here. That's broken. This is the old shock. The shock mount's smashed. This end is smashed. This part, it's not that rusty. It's all surface rust, so it looks pretty bad in here, but it's not as bad as it seems. Up here you can see the dent on the inside is pretty smashed up. But again, I'm gonna get some sheet metal for that, more aluminum. get my rivet gun going and knock that out. And then this is the prop up bar here, the top of the trailer. I think this trailer top weighs about, I don't know, 200 pounds maybe, with all this aluminum. So I can lift it with myself without shocks, but it's a bitch. So I need to get these shocks fixed. And then you can see the inner dent here. These dents aren't the worst to knock out, but they're pretty good. So that's the inside dent that I need to knock out. But the frame is in amazing shape. It's all aluminum, which is amazing. So there's no rust on it. And then they got these boat stanchions here, which are awesome. These are tie downs, technically. They're not really made for a trailer, but again, I don't care about that. They're gonna work. And they got a couple more up here, which is sweet. So for the sake of tying stuff down, it's all good. But realistically, you don't even need to tie stuff down. You just need to throw on the e-brake, parking brake, whatever you wanna call it, on the sleds, and they will stay in place, although we'll probably throw straps on when we're towing. So that's the majority of it. This was the original jack for the trailer. I don't know what the hell happened to it. It got destroyed. Came like that from the auction, but you can see that this is pretty much garbage. I could probably knock this out, but there's no reason to do that considering jacks are about 30 bucks. So that's pretty much it for the interior here. Not as bad as I thought, but also it's gonna need a good amount of work to fix up. Hey guys, thanks for watching the first episode of Bayfire Builds. If you like what you saw and you want to see the completion of the trailer build, please like and subscribe. I'll answer any questions you might have in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next episode.